Okay, I've started broadcasting again. What we were doing yesterday, there were people. I'm going to say this. If I did not look into the supernatural for you concerning whether somebody is living inside you, somebody's else spirit and mind is occupying your life and stopping you from being all that you can be, hindering you, monitoring you, stopping your progress. If I did not look into your life yesterday, press *6. If I did it for you yesterday, don't repeat it again, please. Please do not repeat it. If I did not do it for you, if I didn't do it for you, press *6 and speak, and I will look into your life for you. Go ahead. Who is saying hello? Speak. Give me a name or give me an initial. TJ. Okay, TJ from Georgia. Yeah. Okay, TJ, you will need to call me after the conference. Give it like about some time, then you call. How are things with you, TJ?
It's not working. I'm very agitated today because I'm not understanding what is blocking every single thing. I'm just not liking this.
Do you have a job right now, TJ? Do you have a job right now?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a job right now?
I have a part-time job.
Why are you not in a full-time job? What happened?
Nothing is opening for me.
Nothing is opening for you?
No.
Okay. Call me privately. Let's talk. Now, stay where you are. Let me look into you. You ready?
Yes, sir.
You don't make enough money from the job you currently have, do you?
I couldn't understand you.
You do not make enough money from the job you currently have, do you?
No.
How have you been surviving?
Because I live with family members, the bulk of that is they are taking up the slack. But this is just not good at all. I'm very agitated because I've been asking and trying to be obedient to what.
Why are you agitated? Why are you agitated?
I'm just agitated because I need to be able. I need God to take care of me. It's my Heavenly Father to supply my needs, and they're not being met, and I'm very agitated about that. I don't like this.
I'm going to teach you. You need to know how God meets people's needs. You need to know how God meets the needs of people. There is a place where God come and perform outright miracle and bring you money. There are also people that God will not do that, because if God does that, those people will never want to have a job. They will never want to put into use their giftedness and talent, so God will refuse to do it. There are people that God will give. Listen. There are people that God will give inheritance and so on. So it all depends upon what He desires to do. That's how it is. But the primary way that God meets our needs is through the works of our hands, our giftedness and talents. He said, I will bless the work of your hands. And that is why, since we were young, God desires that families help their kids to be trained in a particular job and to love having a job, to love having a professional career. Because the primary way that God meets our needs is through what we are born to do on the earth, your professional career. For example, you see, for 27 years, I've stayed in the same thing. I've stayed in the church ministry as a pastor, as a bishop, as an archbishop. I've stayed in the same thing. All my training, college, university is in the same thing. I have never gone to be trained in any other field. It must be in this field. See, that's how it is. I take one of my heroes, Dwight Eisenhower, whose airport, the airport we have in Wichita, is named after him. He's from Kansas State, the state of Kansas. He was a leader, become a 5-star general in the U.S. Army, retired. Then he became the president of Yale University. Then that's the university. Then he finishes his tenure. Then he became the president of the United States. So what do we see in him? Leadership. So throughout his life, he focused on one thing, just being a leader and give leadership to other people. And he did that for all the days of his life. So the question is, you need to be spoken to, and I need to sit you down and find out what you are naturally gifted to do, so that you can move out from where you are or stay where you are right now and then go into what you should be. And then when you go into what you should be, you go into it quietly. Because I have seen people that have prayed for God to give them job. They go into their job and start fighting with everybody else, getting into other people's business, and they lost it. So I don't want that for you. So call me. It's not when you start getting agitated, then something is wrong. When you start getting agitated, then something is wrong. I learned from Kenneth Hagin that God can tell you to do something, but you need to be very careful that you know the timing. If not, if you start getting agitated, you'll be impatient and you will run into things that you shouldn't have done. So call me later. Call me later, 316-665-4400, and we will talk, and I'm going to look into you to find out what you are naturally talented to do and where you can apply that and work quietly with it and make money from it. Is that okay?
That's okay. Am I calling you today?
Yes. Yes. Next person.
G, Toronto.
G.
Yeah, was anything that is behind me, around me, I need to know about?
No, there is nothing in you. There is nothing around you. I have worked on you thoroughly. I've worked on you already very, very thoroughly. Now you are going.
Dreams, and I feel I'm eating in my dreams. I feel very tired.
You feel very tired. You've now entered into the. You've now entered into the thing. The blessing with me is over with. Are you coming to the Creating of Champions in Wichita, October 27, 28? I'm bringing. Even if you are not coming, I'm coming to Toronto to get you. I'm bringing you down here. And I hope in the name of Jesus that when you come, I hope that there will be a husband for you here in America so that you can try our life here in America. We love it here. But I know you Canadians love your life down there. Now, let me begin to talk to you. I've already said to you that anything that was hidden from you by your family will be revealed eventually. Don't push it. Do not push these things. Let you see, God wants, remember what the theme is. The blessing of the Lord make it rich. It does not add any sorrow to it. And the meaning is this. The Almighty does his things in such a way that you don't get hurt. You don't become sad. God doesn't want to solve your problem, and in trying to solve your problem, create other problems. That's how Satan does his business. God does not. He wants to solve your problem in such a way that other problems are not created in the process. And that is what he has been doing concerning your life. He's solving problems, but he wants you to work with him in such a way that other problems are not created in him solving particular problems for you. That's how this thing is going. Sometime this year, you are going to be starting your own school. You're going to be starting your own school. And I know that that is a very difficult task. But let me tell you something, it's not difficult at all. Reason, you are in compliance with the legal demands of heaven towards you to raise new kids for the kingdom and also to make profit in the process, and also to raise new kinds of teachers whom you will multiply yourself, reproduce yourself the way you do business, the way you teach, the way you raise kids. You're going to reproduce yourself in them. Are you listening?
Amen.
That's the reason why this is working for you. You know, if you ask me whether you should have done certain things differently, stay in certain place a little bit longer, I would have said yes. But I know you. You are like a visionary. When you get a vision, you run with it. Even I myself, I'm trying to catch up with you because you are very athletic. When you start running, nobody can catch up with you. So I try to ask God, I say, Lord, give her dreams and vision gently. If not, she will even run ahead of you to see it accomplished immediately. Because big dreams are built solid. Big dreams are not built quickly. Any big dream you see that is built quickly is gonna fall apart and break to pieces. Any big dream you see and somebody hurries into it, that person is gonna get hurt. Because every dream that is gonna turn into an institution is not gonna be built too quickly. Because you need the best things to build it. And that is why you are doing it the way you're doing it.
Waiting upon the Lord.
Well, God is not waiting on you. It's not about you waiting on the Lord. It's about you, number one, it's about you doing the first thing, you finish with that. Second thing, you finish with that. Third thing, you finish with that. Don't pick too many things to do at the same time. If not, you fail. Because even God does not create the universe in one day. Even when we read that he did this the first day, he did it the second day, it's not really the sequence in which it follows. He does one thing, he spends time to do it very well. Then he goes back and take a look at it and say, does this meet the standard that I want it to be? And that's why you always hear it being spoken that God saw that it was good. Who is on the line? Okay, get off the phone because I'm on conference right now. These are people who do not follow what I'm doing. Now listen, I just want you to calm down. Make sure that you begin to put things in place. Put things in place. Put things in place. Remember what I teach. You never get out of a job until the other ones are open. Every other thing you want to do is open. Things begin to unfold. That's how we do it. So just make sure, number one, if you are already employed in something that is giving you money, no matter how little the money is, remain there until while you are doing it, then you are solving one problem here, one problem there, one problem there, until you get everything ready, and then you leave quietly and focus on your own project, and the money begins to come. That's how we do it.
Thank you, Bishop.
Yeah, that's how
Why am
we
I
do it.
tired? And why am I dreaming of food, eating in my dreams? Does that matter?
Because you are not eating enough food, you've been starving yourself, and so on and so forth.
No,
Is that a continuous thing? Is it something that is happening all the time?
no. Recently, like the last month, it's been happening that I.
What is your body craving? What is your body craving? What is it that you are not giving to your body?
I'm not craving anything, and the things change. I'm not craving anything. I don't know why.
There are two ways you look at eating food. There is eating of food that is demonic. There is eating of food because your body is using food to draw your attention that there are some minerals, there are some vitamins, there are some nutrients that your body is looking for. For example, when I dream of eating, the first question I ask myself, because normally demons cannot feed me in the dream anyway. So if I ever dream of food or trying to eat in a dream or trying to drink in a dream, I sit back to ask myself, what is it that I am not giving to myself? And immediately I go through my list and discover there is something that is missing. And I'll go and eat it and the thing will stop. I will never have such a dream. Our body crave for certain things. So what is it that you are not eating? Because like you, demons don't need you. They don't like you, so they don't even come near you anymore. Demon don't come near you because you are under my coverage. Yeah. So go and look at your list and see what is it that I know that you've cut off a lot of things. And also remember that even when we do not want to eat certain food because of our health reason and so on and so forth, and those are things that you've been giving to your body all these many years. Do you think that you will not have what we call folder dreams, reminding you of what you used to eat and what you used to drink?
Okay.
So I will see that as a reminder. Yeah. Go ahead with the school project, please. Go ahead with the school project. When you reach a certain place, I'm going to call you and I will give you my blessing. It will be a once and for all thing that I will do. And once I do it, that is it. Then you just the school will begin to prosper. People will begin to look for you. Because I want you to attract the best, attract the best. Just like they are attracting you because you are the best. Next person. Yeah, call me later, Gigi. Call me later, G. Please call me. Okay. Next person.
Idris.
Who is that?
Idris.
TJ. Have I not just talked to you, TJ?
No, this is Idris. This is my first time.
EJ. Who is EJ?
Idris.
Idris. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
How did you find out about our ministry?
I actually saw you on YouTube just a few days ago. I don't know. I listened to a lot of prayers and things like that, especially with African ministers. And I happened to come across, one of your prayers, and I, listened to it. And then yesterday I saw you doing the prayers, about the human spirits and, things. And I was just like, wow, I have to get on this call because I know I've been just dealing with, just different things.
All right. You are a married woman? You are a married woman?
No, I'm divorced. Like, I've been married like 3 times. I'm really young. And it just seemed like in that particular area, I know specifically, it's like the enemy always, it's like the men that would come in my life were like no good for me. They would like.
Do you know why I asked you that question? Because I have another question for you. Why do you attract bad people into your life, people who are no good? Why do you attract them? Or why are they, the question should be, why are they attracted to you?
Yeah, I really have asked God, asked myself
No. You have to ask yourself that question. What is it in you that is attracting them to you? How many children do you have?
I have 4 children.
4 children. Are you getting any child support from them, or they are all grown?
You know, this is the thing. I would go through seasons. Like, I've been divorced like 10 years. I've been single since then. Like, I haven't been involved in any serious relationships. But I would go through seasons where the fathers would pay the child support. Then I would go like a year or two where they wouldn't pay.
Okay. The question is, why are these people attracted to you? What is it about you that attract this kind of people? Have you been able to find?
No, I was gonna say like a lot of things the Lord revealed to me, like just from my childhood and my parents. Like
what did He reveal to you?
Certain doors that was open.
Okay, what did
He revealed to me? He revealed to me like certain doors that was open through my mom, like with like with witchcraft and different things. Like it was a generational curse.
Are you and your mom in good terms or not?
Huh?
Are you and your mom in good terms? Do you have good relationship with your mom?
And my mom, that's a whole nother situation. Like with my mom, I love my mom, and I'm always trying to have a good relationship with her. But it's like I always felt like she was just like jealous of me. Like I don't know, like she didn't want things to go good for me. It's like she had a split personality. So like for a period of my life, I wouldn't like be around her. I wouldn't bring my children around her. But we still have a communication. Like I went and saw her.
And that mainly has to do with the prophecy. That mainly has to do with the prophecy you received that told you that your mother was the problem.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
But do you think that prophecy? Do you think that prophecy is true? Those prophecies you received about your mother, that she's a witch and that she's no good. Do you think that is true?
Well, that's the thing that's like, I would say can be confusing because she could seem like, well, that's my mom. Like, I can't hate her. And then it's like, I don't know that I haven't seen her, like, do these things. So it's like, I don't really know. I think that's like the confusion because a part of me, like, try to, like, if I don't speak to her or come around her, like one time she came to my house a few years ago, and when she came to my house, like after that I lost everything. She got mad. She just left my house for no reason. It's like I was living really good and doing really well in my life, and she just got mad and she just left. After that, I like lost everything. Like I just recently was homeless, and I've always worked and had a good job. I just went through so much, and it just was coming from different areas. It was coming from like past relationships, it seemed. But that's the thing. I love my mom, and like I can't always in my heart feel like I don't hold any unforgiveness against her, not to like cut her off. But she does try to.
Has your mom done anything physically that you have seen that shows that your mom is an evil person? Apart from exchange of words, have you asked your mom for anything and she did not do it for you? If she had the money, you asked her for the money, you knew she had it, you saw it, she refused to give it to you, or you asked your mom to babysit your kids, she refused. What is it that has happened physically?
She has done that before. She's kicked me out. Like she's kicked me and my kids out of her house. Like she'd get mad at me, and she was because like I was taking care of my dad, and my dad passed away like 6 years ago, and it's like she was really mad and upset. It seemed like, and I came to live with her. Like she pretended like she was gonna help me because like I went through depression and stuff, and then she kicked me out. And like all the while growing up with my kids, she never really watched my kids. I would have to pay her. And she just, I don't know, she would like seem like she loved me and be nice to me, but then she would talk about me to other people. It's just like she would always try to down talk me.
I got it.
And it's like any type of relationship I get in, I can't really tell her. Like, I'll dream and see it in a dream. If I'm getting in a relationship or a guy trying to get close to me, I'll see her in a dream like she's watching me. Or, you know, and I know.
Are you your mom only daughter? Are you the only sibling?
No, I'm her oldest daughter. She has 6 kids. She has 6 kids, and I'm her oldest daughter. And I'm like, out of all of my siblings, was the one that like really served God and try to break all the generational curses. And it's just like those spirits in her seem like they get.
And the generational curses doesn't want to leave you either anyway. So let me tell you what I know about you. It has nothing to do with whatever you've told me, because most of what they've told you about your mom is total lies. And most of the things they've told you about you is a bunch of lies. So now you're going to hear the real thing. I started by asking you, why are these people attracted to you that are no good? Number one, your parent never brought you up and trained you and told you and showed you the joy of having a job, staying in a job, going to college, having a 4-year degree, having professional career that you stay. You are stable on it for a long time. You never had that opportunity. Am I lying?
Yeah, I was in a foster home in my younger years.
No. It's right. It's a yes and no question. I don't need the story because I already know who you are. I got who you are. Your father and mother, they were not married anymore. Did they have a divorce?
Yeah, I don't know if they got married. Yeah, they probably were. I don't know.
Okay. But you were taking care of your father. Was your father and mother still married then when you were taking care of him?
No.
There you go. So I will begin to tell you, you had no foundation whatsoever. In fact, it is like you raise yourself.
Yeah.
Let me give it to you straight. You were abandoned, even though you had family. You were abandoned, and that is how you felt. You have held something against your parents for abandoning you. And so what I'm saying is true, that there is no foundation whatsoever for you. It's like the biggest thing they did for you was they brought you into the world and you had to find your way in life. Now, the reason why you've been having all the problems you've been having is you've been looking up to your father, your mother, your sibling to see whether you'll be accepted, whether you are part of them, because you feel like you're a stranger in their midst. That is all it is. You feel like you're a stranger in the midst of your family. You're paying your mom. That doesn't sound right. And so on and so forth. Now, let me continue to tell you this. You have held certain things against your family because of what they did against you when you were young and when you were growing up. So you've held certain grudges against them because you see other kids, they are not like that. Other kids aren't like that. Other kids had parents who were together. They had parents who raised them. They had parents who provided everything for them. They had parents who didn't quarrel or compare them. They had parents who prepared them for life. You had none. You didn't have that. That is where all the trauma. In fact, I can summarize your problem as you are a trauma personality. You've seen too much trauma. Too much trauma. And that trauma has resulted in so much drama. You've had so much trauma that has resulted in so much drama. And because trauma follows you and drama follows you wherever you go, that is why this kind of things follows you. You try to follow your mother, you don't need to follow your mom. You don't need. Your mother is also even trying to find her own place in life. Even though she has had 6 kids, you look at your mom, when your mom is quarreling with you, it's like It's like two kids are quarreling because your mom cannot provide leadership for the family. And here you comes when you found Jesus, and now you're trying to make them find Jesus, which you shouldn't try to do except the Holy Ghost lead you. And you're trying to lead them into Jesus. Nobody's gonna take you serious. They're gonna say, "Whoa, when did you become a preacher? When did you see Jesus? Look at your own life, how it is, and you are coming to come and tell us? No way. Your mother is still like a child." People are attracted to you because of the trauma and drama that follows you. There are certain things, if you were my daughter, I will sit you down and teach you certain behavior that you have to let go. There are certain things you have to let go. There are people you have to let go in your life. Because as long as you hold on to certain type of thinking and certain type of behavior and certain classes of people, you'll go nowhere. See, I'm telling you this because you are looking for spiritual answers, and that is what God is giving to you. Because a long time ago, you should have walked away from your mother. But unfortunately, yeah, you should have walked away from your family. You don't need your family because your family do not have anything for you. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Your family has nothing for you. They cannot offer you nothing. What you have in your family, your father's side, your mother's side, is what we call zero. There's nothing there for you. You've been running around them to find acceptance, to see whether they can help you and so on. Whereas all you need to do is cry out and say, "God, I have nobody. I came alone. I'm alone. Help me." Another time you look up to men for them to provide you answers. Instead, they gave you kids and they ran away. Because when they see what follows you, they don't want to stay there. They don't want no drama. Because they themselves, the men that you are attracted to and who are attracted to you are drama men also. Am I right in what I'm saying? They are all drama people. So when you add drama to dramas, what do you have? More traumas. And then you are left raising kids as a single mother with no help from whatsoever. Do you currently have a job?
Yes, I do work.
Okay. Is that job meeting your needs?
Well, I mean, it pays my bills, but I don't really have money left over. I actually have a second job. Plus, I have like other businesses. Like, I'm really creative, though. Like, I have other businesses that I've tried to start. Like, one is a Christian magazine, and the one I'm working on now is a networking business. But it's like I can't get past a certain limit. Like, every time it seems as if somebody's gonna join.
Lift up your hand.
Yes.
And let me destroy. I'm going to tell something to leave your mind. Because your mind is where you've been injured so much. See, when I look at you, where you are, let me just make sure that it's you that I'm talking to. Are you a black girl?
Yes.
Okay. Real black girl.
No, not really. I'm African American, but I'm very fair skinned.
Okay, you're fair skinned African American. Okay. You are not very tall, are you?
No, I'm not really tall, no.
Good. Because that's the person that I'm talking to. You are not a fat girl. You are not a thin girl, are you?
I'm thin, yes.
You're very thin girl?
I am thin, very thin, yes.
Okay, and very feisty? Because I'm going to tell you what I'm asked to tell you.
Okay.
You are going to find your voice. Because all your experiences has beaten you down so that you can no longer find your voice and be able to occupy your own space. So you're going to find your voice and be able to to occupy your own space and have the power to manage your own life and resources. That's where I'm going with you. Number one, I'm going to ask God to heal your mind. I want your mind healed. I want Him to touch your brain. And I'm going to start to destroy something. Leave your mom alone for the meantime. Are you listening?
You say what now?
Leave your mother alone for the meantime.
Does my mother, I'm not understanding the last part.
Leave your mother alone for the meantime. Please, people of God, can you guys talk to her, because we are on mute because of noise. We want to control the noise. Is there somebody that can talk to her so that she will understand the way I talk? Berlin, are you on the line? Can you tell her what I've just said?
The bishop is saying that you should leave your mom alone for the meantime. Leave her alone. Just mind your own business.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I don't call her. I just like seasons. I don't like months. I don't.
Okay, I'm not for those discussions. Listen, baby girl. Listen. Close your eyes. Father, I ask you to recreate this girl's mind. Recreate behavior pattern. Recreate the thinking processes. Recreate it. Recreate the way that she is perceived and the way she perceives people. Destroy traumas that has made her to experience what she has been experiencing. Lord, I want you to stop her from the way she's going and redirect her to the real reason that you made her, so that success will easily be achieved by her without the drama that follows what she's doing right now. Now I release miracles to you. If that is going to help you to become stable, steady, and to begin to see that God is willing to bless you if you are willing to do things His own way. Go in peace and find some time to call our office, 316-665-4400. And there are things that I cannot talk in public with you. There are things that are going to start happening to you, so that you will know that you have no inheritance in your own family. You were created to create your own wealth. You were created to create your own wealth. Men are not going to give it to you, neither will members of your family. You are to create your own wealth. That's what God wants to do for you. Did you hear what I just said? What did I say?
You said that God wants me to create my own world, that men are not going to give it to me, that my family's not going to give it to me.
Yeah. Are you happy about that?
Yes.
Are you willing to give it all it takes so that you can say, it is the Lord who gave it to me, like Abraham said? Are you willing to do that?
I am willing.
Okay, you see, you've tried men 3 times. It doesn't work. You've tried friendship with different. It doesn't work. And that tells you something about you. I'm not trying to advise you. I'm simply telling you what heaven told me to tell you. See, others are telling you about your mother is a witch and all of this and all of that. God is telling me something completely different about you. That's why I ask you, leave your mother alone. Leave her alone. She has gone through her own trauma. I don't know who you are. I don't know who your mother is, so that you will say that I know your mother. That's why I'm standing on her path. I don't know. This is your first time of talking to me. But I'm simply telling you the way it is. She has gone through her own traumas, and your mother has not yet even sat you down to tell you who she really is and what has happened to her. The children doesn't even know. So some days to come, you will know. Now, from this day that I've spoken to you, changes will be immediate in your life. Changes will be immediate in your life because you've already gone through stress of trying to raise 4 kids. It's not a small thing. So that's why somebody like me, I have to be very careful and very gentle that I do not add any more stress to what others have added to your life through what they've said to you. Because there's a lot I would have loved to talk to you, but I cannot do that because you've gone through too much trauma and drama. All right. Next person.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mary.
Mary, I'll minister to you privately.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I am going to stop here. What is the time? Because I've been here since, yes, it's 10 o'clock, 10:25. So I've been here for 2 hours, 25 minutes. Uh-huh.
It's 10:25, your time, Bishop.
Yeah, it's 10:25. Okay. So people of God, I'll be here in the evening at 9 o'clock Eastern time. And I'll be reading some scriptures concerning the blessing, and we will all be praying as a group. We will all be praying together. There will be a lot of prayers tonight. Tonight is a night of prayer for the blessing. Because when you entered a new year, a new cycle of a theme, you have to kick it in. It is you that provoked these things to happen. So that's what we will be doing tonight. We'll be praying. We'll be praying from 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be praying concerning the blessing. So it's not enough for you just to read about the blessing or for somebody to tell you, I bless you. No, 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 no. We are doing the right thing, the way things are supposed to be done. We are going to do battles tonight to release the blessings. If I'm not satisfied with that, then we will call for a 12 o'clock midnight prayer again. Because I want to see the blessing in your life. If I don't see it, I'm not resting. I'm going to make sure that each of you have a good car, have your own personal houses. Those of you who want to become millionaires, you must. And I'm going to tell you the prices that you're going to pay to be whatever you want. And you're going to become. If you think that Jesus is coming tomorrow, then you are a fool because he's not coming tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Don't expect Jesus to come back tomorrow. He told Abraham that his children is going to be like the stars in the sky. How many stars are in our galaxy? It's 10 billion. We had only 7 billion people in the universe right now. Ha ha ha. So somebody came to New York and told people that the world is coming to an end. Jesus is coming back on, was it Christmas last year or so on? People should go and sell their things. And people should send him money. I say, what does he need money when Jesus is coming back? And people began to go and sell their things. People were calling me here. Oh, this man of God said that the world is coming to an end. I said, if you want to hear what heaven says, call Idika Mary, not somebody in New York. If you want to know what's going to happen in different countries of the world, what God is thinking to do to them, You don't need to call somebody in Texas or somebody in Virginia. Call Idika Mary in Kansas, and I will tell you exactly how things will turn out, and things will turn out exactly that. If you ask me to tell you that after Hillary Clinton's presidency, who is going to be the next president after her, and I will tell you who it is. And after that man, who is the next person, and I will tell you who. 2 persons are already in their making. One is right here in America. One is traveling around the world. If you tell me what is going to happen to the Republican Party in America, I will tell you exactly what is going to happen after the November election. And whatever I tell you is what will come to pass. And if you receive a prophecy about your life from me, that is what will come to pass. What everybody else told you will not come to pass. Because many things that they tell you out there is no prophecy. It's a joke. And I don't want you to have anything to do with jokers and clowns. On Sunday morning, Berlin remind me I'm going to talk about we are going to minister about if you want to go ahead and do a divorce, go ahead and do a divorce quickly and let God move you, because many of you are delaying the hands of God. If you want to stay in that marriage, you call me. I will pray for God to repay it if that's what you want, because the Holy Spirit will show you how the other person's spirit is, and he's not going to mess with his spirit. And if you like what you see, you say that's what you want to buy, that's your problem. I told somebody recently, I said, go ahead and do a divorce. It had been how many years since? Immediately she did it, things began to change immediately. It's immediate change. So tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, I'm going to talk about how to destroy a wicked covenant. Most job situation, most marriage situation is a wicked covenant, and you don't know it. Most religious association is a wicked covenant, you don't know it. Most money relationship is a wicked covenant, and you don't know it. Most political association is a wicked covenant, and you don't know it. And those of us who know it, we want to open your eyes so that you can know these things, so that you can prosper and keep your own money for yourself. Can I tell you something? Because you need to know about this. Berlin is aware of this because she's involved in the prophetic ministry, and Mary too. Princess knows about this. Are you aware that you can walk into a conference, a church conference, a spiritual conference, a Holy Ghost conference, in quote, that's what they will tell you. Are you aware that they will have a man or a woman, especially this is always a woman. A woman is always given, we call, there will be a person, it will always be a woman most of the time, and she is called the hawk. The hawk. You know what a hawk does. What do a hawk do? If you have chicken that has babies around, a hawk will come and pick them and go and feed its own babies. A hawk is supposed to be up there in the tallest tree and can see what is happening down here, and will come down and pick some animals and go and feed its own babies and eat too. They always have a woman who is given a demon. That's what we call the third eye. The third eye is a demon. And if you walk into that conference, that woman will know how much is in your bank account and will come to you and tell you. She will come and tell you how much is in your bank account and that God wants you to give all that money away. to their ministry or to their church, and you will do it. Because in the first place, you will say, how does she know that I have such money in my bank account? Who tells you that demons do not know how much you have in your bank account? I'm serious. You walk into a place and they will tell you how they do it. I know it all. They will first tell you your telephone number. Sometimes they will tell the address. It's a demon that will tell you all of that. God is about your security and doesn't want to give away your security, your house and your phone numbers to others so that they don't come and kill you. Many a time God tells me about people's phone number. I will say, do you have a phone number that ends with 8117? The person say yes, and that is it. There's nobody who's gonna know that person's full phone number. Do you live on and so there are trees? I don't want to give out anybody's address because it has to be. Listen, your security is very important. You live in so street. This is how the street is. This is the house, how it looks. The last thing in your street is so. Zip code. I will give you like the last two things of your zip code. Because I don't want to give out anything because I don't know who is listening. In a public conference, especially like this. And the fools go about telling the whole world your street address, where you live, your entire cell phone numbers. And suppose you have exes who are looking for where you live to come there and shoot you. Think about that. And they know that if they tell you something about yourself, that will trigger you to think, oh, this must be from God. The devil knows your street number, knows your telephone number, and your cell phone number, and your email address. So that is common. It's a common practice that we do. If I want to do those kind of ministries and make money, I will do it and make a lot of money. But I fear God. But those criminals don't fear God. They want money. Money is the most important thing. Social fame is the most important thing. And that is why at the end of the day, there will be no foundation for them. And then one of them will now stand up and tell you that you have 5,000 in your bank account that the Lord asks you to withdraw it all and give to the ministry. And you write a check and give them the entire 5,000 without thinking that your children need food. Somebody will go to college in August. Without thinking that you need new tires for your car. Without thinking that your roof needs to be repaired and prepared before the winter comes. Instantly, when they talk to you about it, you will forget about everything you wanted to do with that money and you will rush and go and sign it off and give it to them. And they will carry it and go away and enjoy. You think I don't know these things? I do. And if somebody like me walk into such conferences, if somebody like me walk into those conferences, the hawk cannot see. Neither will the pastor who is doing those things or the prophet be able to prophesy or be able to manufacture any of those things. They will not be able. I have been in conferences with great men of God who are supposed to do great miracles and prophecy, and they couldn't do. They could not do a penny. Why? Because I'm there. I put a stop to it. If it's not of God, if I walk in there, I'll take authority and put a stop to it. I went into a church, and the woman who prophesies and sees things, people come from all over the world to come and see that woman. The church booms with people. I walk in and I sat at the back. Because I want to know what is happening here. Immediately I reached that compound, I discovered the first thing, a dog was buried in that compound. And the dog rose up and told the dog, try it. And the dog fled. That was the first thing that ran away, was the dog. I walked in and I sat down. The service began. They start singing. They couldn't sing. They beat the drum. They chant and shake their butts. It didn't shake. I said, there we go. Ha ha.
All participants are muted. All participants are unmuted.
They did everything. Sang did everything. All the prophet and prophetesses who are supposed to be prophesying, they couldn't. The big woman from the altar, the woman that owned the thing, that does this for people, she walked. She's never seen me. She's never seen me. She doesn't know me. She walked all the way from the altar and went into the congregation, pointing her finger until she came to me. She said, you, it is you. Stand up. I stood up. She said to me, son, I have to ask you to come with me. I said, okay, let's go. We came outside. She pleaded with me to leave. That if I stay, she told me, if you stay here, that she will not be able to see anything for anybody. She confessed and she told me that outside. She said, please go. I said, why? She said, because the power in you is of God. And what I have, you know what I have. And you know where it come from. That's what she told me. She told me, you have to go. If you don't go, there will be nothing. There will be no miracle here. There will be no prophecy. There will be nothing in this place. I said, all right, ma'am. And I left. Think about that. Now we want to bring the meeting to an end here. If you want me to release the blessing, if you say what? Who is this?
What about me, Bishop? It's me, Malia. I'm being muted.
Oh, Malia, you have to, Malia, call me. Call me. I ministered to you last week. I'm not ministering to you in the public. And what I'm going to do for you is not public. So call me later. Give me some time, then you call me today. Okay? Okay, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right. Please, people of God, if you want me to bless you, go and do what you have to do, and you call me. We'll schedule time, and I'll prepare you for it. And there we go. So I will see you at 9 p.m. I'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, which is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight, and I'll be talking to you about destroying wicked covenants. And then we will then repeat, we will then talk about the blessing. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. I will see you then. Yes. Who is this?
This is Nikolai.
Nikolai, call me later. Call me later in the afternoon, not now. Call me later, please.
All right.
Those who want to call me later. Thank you. Bye-bye.